Namaste and welcome to a super short practice to restore you if you are tired, depleted, menstruating, had a busy day, or are having trouble sleeping. This is great to calm down and to restore a sense of well-being and energy levels. So let's begin and do the entire practice lying down on the back close to a wall, because the whole sequence will be around viparita karani, legs up the wall. We're going to come very close to the baseboard and then lie on one side and have a blanket supporting your head. And then you lift your legs up, your back comes to the floor, you adjust your head on that blanket so the cervical curve is supported. The closeness to the wall will depend on the flexibility of your legs and hips. So you come as close to the wall as possible and encourage an inner spiral in your legs so your toes are not pointing out. The big toes are close together. Adjust the shoulder blades down the back. If you have an eye pillow, I highly recommend putting it on. And you can also benefit from some weight on top of your feet. So even a folded blanket can be really nice here on top of your feet. The arms can rest by the head with the elbows comfortably bent. Just take a few breaths here, mindful of your rhythm at this point. Noticing the fullness of your inhalations, followed by the softening, the release that accompanies the exhalations. Avoid needing to control your breath. Just let it be full, naturally long, naturally easy. With every out breath, see if you can soften a little more into this shape. Relaxing anything that is tight. Allow your tongue and your eyes to soften. If the mind is busy, agitated, or even lethargic, bring the attention to the breath, and that will help you stay present and focused. So keep training yourself to be here in this moment by bringing the attention back over and over again. Nothing to control, simply focus and observe the expansion of the rib cage as you breathe in, the softening as you breathe out. Now we're moving into a variation of viparita karani, a combination of the bound angle pose with viparita karani. So you can bend your knees, remove the blanket, put it aside, and then join the soles of your feet together, letting the knees open sideways. Bring your heels as close to your pubic bone as you like, as it's comfortable, maintaining your sacrum heavy onto the ground. Some of you might like to have your hands on your thighs to gently encourage the opening of the knees wide. Again, we're not forcing anything to happen. We're just supporting the femur bones in this external rotation. Notice the stretch in the groin, relaxing the facial expression. And keep softening. No tension around the neck and shoulders. Everything can relax. You can stay right here. And to deepen the stretch for the inner legs, you could open them wide, expanding your legs wide. This is quite deep for the inner leg muscles. So if you prefer to keep your knees bent, that is a great place to be. If you have your legs wide, see how much you can soften your feet. But if you notice that there's too much tension, if the sensation of stretch is too intense, then bend your knees again. If we move the body into a place that is not ready to go yet, we're going to encounter resistance and we won't be able to get the result that we're looking for, which is the relaxation response. Continue to watch. Breath coming in through the nose, getting nourished, so much prana, invigorating, revitalizing your whole system. And as air moves out of the nose, you're detoxifying the body, you're releasing toxins, impurities, any stagnant energy that is no longer serving a purpose. Only a couple more breaths here. Then slowly lift your legs up. You can use your hands to guide your legs close together again. And now move a little bit away from the wall. Wiggle yourself away from the wall. And then bend your left knee and cross your right ankle on top of that knee. So your right knee is pointing out. Flex the right foot. The top of the right foot should be aligned with the center of the ankle bone, center of the shin, center of the kneecap, patella. And the waist is long on both sides. You can do whatever you like with your arms, whatever gives you a greater sense of ease and expansion. Breathing in, I nourish myself. Breathing out, I surrender. Breathing in, I nourish myself. Breathing out, I surrender. Once you're comfortable with this position, you can soften your left foot so it doesn't need to be flexed. To come out, extend the right leg and then the other leg. Bending your left knee now, opening it out, bend the right knee. So pointing your knee out, external rotation in your left thigh bone. Soften the shoulders, the face. Flexing the left foot to begin will help create the correct alignment for your foot, ankle, shin, and knee. And once you establish that, and this feels safe, you can choose to soften your left foot. Breathing in nourishment, breathing out release. I breathe in, I nourish myself. I breathe out, I surrender. And there's nothing to control or to force. This happens naturally. Every time you breathe in, you're nourishing yourself, you're inviting in more prana, more life force. And every time you breathe out, you're softening, surrendering to the intelligence of your body, your higher wisdom, your ability to rejuvenate, restore, replenish yourself. The body's great capacity for healing. Finishing this exhalation, extend the right leg and then the left leg. Pause for a moment, viparita karani, big toes close together, ankle bones apart. Bending the knees. We'll roll over to one side to come out of the pose, out of the wall. Take your time to sit up. And then come to lie on your back, away from the wall, facing away from the wall with the blanket still under your head. Lie down for a nice twist. So here with the feet hip distance apart, move your hips over to the right edge of the mat. Draw the knees up into chest and then over to the left. You could have something between your legs if you like, especially if the top leg is floating in the air. Give it some support and then adjust the shoulder blades down the back, open the arms, turning your head right. Keep the right waist long and rest here. Nothing to control. Learn to surrender and keep practicing surrender with every exhalation. Softening into this moment exactly the way it is right now. And see how comforting and empowering it can be to let go of control. Slowly bring your knees up. Adjust the hips in line with the shoulders and then move the hips to the left edge of the mat. knees up and over to the right. Again, a blanket between the legs can be very helpful to help the top leg relax. Turn your head left, relax the shoulders. Left waist long. And then soften. Learning to release. There are times for action when we need to engage effort, but this is not it. This is time to surrender, to trust, to give yourself a break. So keep softening. With every out breath, relax a bit further, just by letting it happen. Slowly bring the knees back up. Hips align with shoulders again. And we prepare for shavasana. So to prepare, hug your knees in, neutralizing your back. Have your hands on your knees, move them away from chest, more weight onto the sacral area. Notice the curves in your spine, the space between the vertebrae. And then bring your feet to the floor. I highly recommend having something under your legs for shavasana. So you can have bolsters, pillows, whatever you like, even blocks under your legs. So this will make it easier on your back to relax. And once you lie down, you may want to put a night pillow on, a blanket if you tend to get cold, the body will cool down. And with the palms facing up, adjust the shoulder blades down the back. After adjusting your body, commit to being still. The stillness, the rest, the trust will allow the parasympathetic branch of the nervous system to kick in, to take over, so that you can benefit from the relax and digest response, giving yourself much needed time to process what needs processing, to release what you no longer need to hold on to, reestablishing a sense of harmony and well-being. This is the most important asana, the most important part of this practice, so don't underestimate it. And stay here, quiet, with yourself, for as long as you can. Simply witnessing your body relaxing, all the sensations that come along, and how the relaxing of the physical body will help relax the subtle body, the mind, the emotional body, the spiritual body. Eventually coming to this relaxed place where any sense of separation has been dissolved and we experience oneness, connection to the whole of life, rest in that feeling of oneness. Namaste.